Hey friends, Beck here, and I was just checking out my own eye. It kind of looks like I've got a bionic eye going on here, but it's just a ring light. No, you know what? Never mind. So, today I want to talk about showing up on social media without actually showing up every day. So showing up every day without actually showing up every day. We all have a million things going on, and the last thing we want to do every day is go, oh crap, I haven't posted on, Facebook or Instagram, or when was the last time I did a post, or I only have one going out every week, or what am I doing, So I have a couple of tips today to help you to show up every day without actually having to show up every day. And there's 3 S's, because I love making things start with the same letter for some reason. So the first one is strategy. And it's kind of bandied around, right? Strategy. I don't even want to use that word really, because it's like people just kind of zone out whenever someone says strategy. But it's important because when you look at something that you're starting with, there's really three stages, right? It's like, hey, where am I right now? And where do I want to be? And how do I get there? This is really, I feel like this is almost inappropriate. So how do I get there? And strategy is just figuring that out. It's looking at where I am right now, where I want to be, and how do I get there. So the first thing is when you book a call with me to do a content audit, really easy. We just answer these questions, and there's 6, and it's like the how, the what, the when, the where, the why, and the who. Nailed it. And so what we want to do is just figure out the answer to those. And it doesn't have to be super in-depth. You don't need to fill out a million worksheets or whatever. It's just a conversation of like, okay, where are we sending these people when you post the content? Not every piece or anything like that, but where are we actually sending them? How are you getting their emails? Are you consciously, intentionally building your email list? Or if you want to book calls, then that's you driving them to book calls. Or if you want to sell a book, then that's what we do. Whatever the thing is, we just need to figure out what it is. There's no right answer to any of this. It's just literally, what are we doing for your business to move it forward? So the when, the where, the why, the how, the who, and the what. Nailed it again. We just go through each of those things. So, for example, when people, I'll just talk about one more of those, and I think it is the how. Maybe when people comment on your posts or engage with your posts, like those are leads, and I think sometimes people forget that, and we just wait for someone to go, hey, can I get some more information? Or, hey, I wanted you to meet my friend who's interested in XYZ. Or we just wait. And we're kind of like waiting for people to put money in our hands. Just standing right here waiting for someone to do it. But that's not really how it works. You have to talk to the people who comment and engage with your posts. And if we actually, let's reverse engineer this for a second, right? If you want more leads and more followers and more visibility and more sales, more happy clients, right? If you want those things, then you have to make, you've got to make more sales. You've got to book more calls if you're going to make more sales. And if you're going to book more calls, then you've got to have offer more calls to people, right? Send the link more often. And if you can do that, you've got to have more people to send the link to. And so it really makes sense that you want to run ads, or you want to get, put yourself out there as much as possible, put as much content out there as possible so that more people can see you, right? It makes sense. It's kind of a cause and effect type thing. But what we often do is none of that, and we just kind of wait. Okay, maybe someone will come along and just drop money into my hands. Now I've built my course or whatever. But you really need to get out there more, and so that's what social media is about. That's what this whole thing is. Where are we at right now? There's no wrong answers. There's nothing embarrassing. It's just like, all right, what have we got to work with here? And then we figure out what you actually want. Where do you want to be? Do you want to get more? Are you trying to make a passive income? Are you trying to get more speaking gigs? Do you want to be seen as an authority? Do you want to make more sales of your course? Let's just figure out what the numbers are that you want, and then the rest of it is like, okay, how are we going to make this happen? And I think a lot of times we avoid that clarity because we're scared of the clarity. So weird how our brains work, but I think we're often pretty scared. If you ask yourself why none of this stuff is working, it's because you're not clear. Why you're not clear? Because it's too freaky to be clear. You might actually do the thing, or it might fail, or whatever the thing is that you're scared of. I think that's something to notice here as well. The next part is to create a system. When we say we're going from here to here, how do we do it? Do you really need to show up for all of that? Because it's a lot of work. I think the reason we don't do it is sometimes it's because it's just a lot of work, right? It's too much to do, don't want to think about it, rather just spend 17 hours in Canva designing graphics instead of actually going out and asking people for sales. If you feel triggered right now, I don't apologize. We really want to create a system, and my team has got a really awesome system. I'm happy to show you what it is. It's literally, I record a video every week and it gets repurposed into micro videos, audiograms, quote cards, written posts, blogs, and emails, and it gets done every single week. And I have a system so that all I do is just do my video. This is literally one of the videos, and they repurpose it for me into all these pieces, and so we've got a system. And then the next thing, the last thing, the third S here is stepping away, which for some people is super duper scary. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, please take it off my plate. But some people find that really scary. If you're kind of like, take this off my plate, I just don't want to deal with it, or like, not. You're kind of more scared. Like, which of those are you? That's an interesting question to ask yourself, isn't it? So if whichever one you are, it doesn't matter. You need a system, and you need to be able to step away from it. It's because you're a business owner, right? You're a business owner, and you've got stuff to do. And one of those things should not be Canva, and it shouldn't be video editing, and it shouldn't be really anything that you don't love doing. So any of it, really. You've got much better things to do. Usually that involves making money. Hate to break it to you. But those are the three things. Strategy, make sure you get on a call with me. We figure out where you are right now. No, nothing, no shame here. Just no judgments. Just like, where are we right now? Where do we want to be? And then how do we get you there? Like, how do we make that happen for you? Strategy, a system. I hope you build a system. It's not that hard. Or maybe you could just say, I don't want to know. And I'll be like, cool, let me train your team on it. So then all you have to do is do a video every now and again, and they will repurpose everything for you, or they will create that system for you. And we'll build that system. So strategy, system, and then stepping away. Make it happen. Some people have spent, 10 years building a business, and they have never been able to have that. And I want you to know, if that's you, or less time is totally fine. If you've been in business for 5 minutes, you don't need to do a year or 3 years of like doing everything. Like, build a system. ClickUp does mine almost automatically now. It costs me $5 a month per user or something like that. Like, you don't need to do everything yourself. So love to chat to you about it. Jump on a content audit call. The link is around here somewhere, or you can go to powercreativemedia.com. And I hope you found this helpful. I hope you reach out to make this easier on yourself. It's not as complicated as you think, and I will see you soon.